I debated for a while which sign I should cover first, and I chose Scorpio for a couple reasons. First, it's the most powerful zodiac sign. The venom and the vitriol that Scorpio produces is unmatched. It's a negative and fixed sign. There's so much chaos to uncover with it, hitting you with the straight facts. Scorpio is the Latin word for scorpion. In ancient texts, Scorpio is actually two constellations, each claw holding its own star power. Now, Scorpio is the 8th astrological sign and has just one constellation, Scorpius. The number 8 is associated with strength. And if you can't tell by the crushing claws, Scorpio is the strongest sign in the zodiac. You are scorpionic and hold absolute power in your grip. And you may ask yourself, a scorpion, interesting. Wouldn't a lion or a rhino be more symbolic of strength? And they may certainly be larger. But the scorpion doesn't have its strength in its size. It comes from the sting. Scorpions lie in wait and utilize their venom. Their power isn't from charging at their enemies, but lying in wait, knowing what makes their strengths strong. The perfect moment capitalized upon. Paralyzing. A moment so perfect there wasn't even a chance to retaliate. That's true power. True strength is knowing what makes you strong. So strong Scorpios are. Now let's break down what it means to be scorpionic. The history of the Scorpios starts with the Greek legend Orion, who was stung to death by a scorpion, and this is why Scorpius rises as Orion sets. Scorpius has two stars, Lasath and Shala, which bears our deepest and darkest secrets. Hence why Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars, the most subtle yet revolutionary planet. But more on that later. For now, let's focus on the zodiac breakdown. The Scorpio sun sign is contained within the 210th to 240th degree of the zodiac, between Libra and Sagittarius, the signs of balance and wanderlust. Scorpio lands in the middle of fall, when the work is done and the people are gearing up to survive the winter. For the first time, people are enjoying their free time. But what do you do with it? Gossip. They love gossip, and Scorpios use the small talk to infiltrate and secure their next motivations. What's Jody doing over there? Isn't DeAndre a little moody lately? Have you seen what Becca sting? The fall season is a time of love, preparation, and thinking about what's on the horizon. Because of this, Scorpios tend to be misunderstood. It's not easy being born with a giant weapon on your back, people judging you, saying you're up to nefarious deeds, look at that stinger that I see you always have on you. And you're like, I'm just born this way. And when people judge you so much so that they make your social life harder for it, it's hard not to use that weapon you're given. After all, Scorpios, it's in your nature to be witty yet sarcastic, to be clairvoyant yet emotional, to be independent but desperate to have someone hold you. Frustrated, Scorpios can be deadly. The negative connotations aside, this is truly a sun sign worth having in your internal group. The Scorpios are deep and can help you understand people on a fundamental level. Complexity and complications can seem unneeded, but in the truth, they're consequences of knowledge. Scorpios can understand the neutrality of nature and go on to become great scientists, great artists. Taking that emotional, watery energy and mutating it into pure fires of creation. I hope you've enjoyed this breakdown. The serious part is over, now we're going to have a little bit of fun at the end of the video. Before we go on, it's worth mentioning all signs are going to have their unconscious behaviors that are annoying and awful, and they're going to have their conscious behaviors that are directed and powerful. So each sign has its own strengths and weaknesses, but it entirely depends on the moment. Regardless of what you think about Scorpios, here's some fun facts for you. As I mentioned earlier, the two stars that make up Scorpius, Lasath and Shala, both mean sting. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars because originally Scorpio ruled Mars when there were just the original 6 zodiac signs, the earth and water signs. According to Greek legend, Artemis sent a giant scorpion to kill Orion after he bragged about hunting large animals. Once the scorpion got him, Zeus put the giant creature into the sky to be admired. This shifted Scorpio from being a Mars creation to an outer planetary entity. The Martian warrior spirit is still alive and well, but the frequency changed. The Scorpio doesn't exist in the monstrous form it once did. However, the immense energy still leaks through Pluto, the god of the underworld. The ancients thought scorpions were serpent-like creatures and compared their energy to snakes. Scorpio is a water sign that is unsurprisingly unemotional. At least that's what you'll see from them. The waters run deeper in Scorpio than Pisces or Cancer, but Scorpios play to their strengths. They are infuriated at the thought of their cards being shown before the last hand is dealt. And lastly, famous Scorpios. Who do you relate to? Because when I think of Scorpio, I think of one person in particular. And that one famous Scorpio is Leonardo DiCaprio. Mysterious, talented, and has a complicated side to him. Not friendly, but very charismatic. Strange. Also on this list, we have Picasso. My favorite radiation rebel, Mary Curie. The best Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. Tanya Harding. Okay, if you don't know who Tanya Harding is, that's perfectly understandable, but it's the most Scorpio energy ever. This is who Tanya Harding was. She was an Olympic figure skater that was later arrested because she tried to get her rival killed, and she got her ex-husband to do it. So Scorpio, can't get any more Scorpio than that. Lord, interesting. Drake, yeah, we knew that one. And of course, Regina George, the OG mean girl. And finally, the OG Scorpio that all Scorpios have summoned their energy since, Mr. Halloween himself, Vlad the Impaler, the vampire. Stuck people on spears just to scare his enemies. And there you have it, a full breakdown of Scorpio. If you see any sort of facts that you haven't seen before, I link all of my resources in the description. Most of them are going to come from this really old book. It's from 1899, but I read books from 1899 because I think modern information is corrupted, and the only way to get truth is through total contextual knowledge. If you're a Sagittarius, you may want to subscribe right now, because I'm coming after your little wanderlusting ass next. Until then, sting responsibly, Scorpios.